So I'm going to talk about the other category of spam, link spam. I'm not going to go through this because Nathan's done a good job of talking about the different categories. So I'm going to focus on this one that I've blown up, cross-link, sites. Link spam usually looks something like a lot of excessive cross-linking or excessive links, basically for the purpose of inflating a site, inflating a site's ranking. So what does it look like? Let's say that you have your site and pretty much it's new and there's no links at all. We'll kind of think, well, there's a new site and it's probably okay. By default, you assume it's pretty good. If you start to get some links from some good places, well, we'll start to think that your site's a little bit better. If you get a bunch of links, this is not to scale, imagine a lot of them, we'll think, okay, this is probably a good site. If you get a link from some bad place, that in enough really doesn't matter too much. What link spam looks like is you start to get some links and you start to get a lot of really bad links really fast. And by default, that starts to look not good. Now, it is possible, of course, that those links are somebody malicious trying to do something to somebody's site and you're not actually the originator. And so we try to eliminate the effect of the links rather than necessarily penalize the end site, depending on exactly what the situation is. All right, so there's one other kind of link that can go on, which is instead of links coming to your site, what happens if you're on the sites that you're linking to? So let's say you link to a good site. Well, that's probably pretty good. If you start to link to bad sites, pretty quick, we're like, okay, something's going wrong, because you can control what you're doing on your site. So if you're linking to bad sites, it doesn't take very much for us to say, okay, something's going wrong. And if you start linking to more, pretty quickly we know that you're doing something bad. So how does this happen? So one common way is link exchange. You might have all seen this, or you probably will in the future. So somebody writes to you and says, hey, I found your site, and hey, I've done you a favor, I've linked to you. Hey, why don't you link to me too? Don't do that. So what does this look like? So here's one where somebody's guest book has been, if you look in the body there, and again the text is kind of small, but if you actually, this is somebody who created a guest book account on this site, and if you look at the content, it's all it's gibberish and bad links. So this is not a real person here. This is another one it looks like. So basically the comments are all completely links. So this is somebody who's trying to get links to their sites. Another one here where somebody's basically inserted a non sequitur comment. So what can you do about this? One is look at your server logs, see who's linking to you. You can use Site Explorer to see who's linking to you. If you want to, if you need to contact Yahoo support, there's a very good help page there that has direct links to for feedback. There's also the general customer service number. I'd suggest you use the web page and the contact methods there, the form, because that'll get directly to the webmaster support people instead of the general customer assistance, which will just take a little longer. Don't fall for link exchange schemes or accept money for links. If you start linking to the bad guys, which will likely happen if you accept money, then remember we're going to figure it out pretty fast. If you are a blog owner and you care about traffic on your blog, probably, you really might consider using nofollow on the links in the user-generated content. A lot of the blog tools have settings that they'll automatically insert this for you. It basically looks like a little tag in the links there that you can basically say to the search engine, hey, some user contributed this to my site. I don't want you, the search engine, to be influencing my ranking because this link is on my site, right? What can you do if you've cleaned up your act and you still don't see good results? The first thing is always that you say, make sure. A lot of the time, people clean things up and continue to do things that are spam, like what we've been discussing here. You can consult peers and SEOs, especially white hat people. So if you've done all that and you still see poor results, then this is the form that's off that Webmaster Support help page there. And you can say, hey, my site's disappeared. What's going on? I've looked over the spam stuff and I'm not doing any of it. And that's a request for, taking another look. And that's it. Thanks, everybody.